In this video, I'll unveil the secrets of packing your backpack right, having the weight strategically distributed within your pack, letting it do the heavy lifting. I'll give you specific organizational tips to maximize your on-trail comfort and go that extra mile. So get ready to pack smart, hike further, and elevate your outdoor adventures. Watch now and gear up for success. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If we're just meeting, my name is Hill Tackler, and on this channel, we talk about all things backpacking, gear, tips, tricks, and hacks. Everything you need to get you inspired to get out on the trail. Let's jump into it. So when packing your backpack, you want to try to think about your pack in different zones for different weights. The bottom part of the pack is going to be where mid-weight items are. The part that's closest to your back is going to be where your heavier items are. And in the front, as you build your base, and then in the front there's going to be dead spots, is where more lighter items go. This backpack is a Mariposa 60-liter pack. The first thing that you're going to put in your pack is your sleeping bag. This is a medium weight item that you put on the bottom and start building the base for the rest of your gear. So let's go ahead and do that. So here we have a sleeping bag. Now, some people opt to just stuff their sleeping bag loose inside of their pack. I think the thinking behind this is that it really fills all the space in the backpack, and then you just set your other gear on top of it, which really works well for a lot of people. For me, I carry a down sleeping quilt, and I always put it inside of a waterproof compression stuff sack. This one happens to be made by Sea to Summit. It's an event, which is very waterproof. I do line my pack with a contractor bag, which is waterproof. I'm just really super careful with my down items and anything that I don't want to get wet. So I always make sure that I set it in here. And I like the way that it crunches it down and really makes it into a manageable size. Really adds a nice base to my backpack. And I just like the way it carries. But there's truly nothing wrong with just stuffing your entire backpack with your sleeping bag. It's really up to you. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Now that the sleeping bag is in the bottom, forming a nice base, we're going to stack our sleeping pad. Again, I'm going to put it in here in the bag like this, horizontally. Now those things are stacked up pretty nicely against my back. There's going to be some space in the front of the pack. So typically what I do is I take my extra clothes and I fill that space in the bag with that. So if there's any dead space, they call it, I will just stuff it in there. So I have my light long johns, I have my mid layer that I'll go ahead and stuff there, and that'll hold everything, and it'll really take up that extra space. I don't bring a lot of extra clothes when I'm backpacking, especially in 3 season. If I'm on a trip, I generally just bring lightweight long johns, a mid-weight layer, and an extra pair of socks, and that's about it. I don't bring any changes of clothes, any change of shirt, any change of pants. I really just bring an extra pair of socks and a dedicated sleep socks that I actually pack inside the compression sack with my sleeping quilt. When you're on the trail for 2, 3, 4, 5 days or more, you're gonna stink. You don't need any extra clothes really. You just need those layering items to help keep you warm. So I bring those layers and my extra pair of socks. So I'm filling in that dead space. Typically, unless it's really rainy out, I always pack my rain pants inside of my pack because I don't really wear them unless it's really torrential out. The next thing that I would put in my pack is one of the heavier items, which is going to be my food. For bear safety, I either use a bear bag to hang my food, or I've been really liking the Ursack. This is the Ursack Major, I believe. It's critter proof and bear proof, obviously, not crush proof, but the ease of this is I don't have to throw a bear line at night. I just tie it with a figure 8 knot to a tree. I don't keep my food in this when I am packing. It becomes very bulky, and just to cut down on I just roll this up and just put it in the front of the pack. The next thing that I would put in my bag, obviously, is something that's pretty heavy, which is your food in your tent. So I'll go ahead and put this in the middle section, and this is really laying in the mid section of my back, which is where you want your heavy stuff to go. So that's in a great place there. But the first day of food, I would recommend pulling out and keeping it in either your hip belt pockets, your pockets on your pants, or maybe your top pocket, or one of these side pockets would be recommended. so that you don't have to go rifling through your bag if you want a snack or when you want to stop for lunch. Each of my day's food is usually packed in a separate bag. If you want to see a video of how to organize and pack your food smartly, check out the link over here where I talk more about that. But so the first day of food, I put in this Hilltop Packs fanny pack, which is completely waterproof. And this is good also for other items like my camera gear, battery, if I happen to be charging my phone on the trail. So I really like having this. I have the things that I need most at my fingertips right around my waist, and it's completely waterproof. Really just saves a lot of time digging in my pack or having to take my pack off. I can't recommend that enough, but certainly you could also put it in one of these side pockets. That would be a great idea. For me, I like to keep it right around the waist and just go with that. Hill Tackler just jumping in here real quick. I hope you're enjoying the content. Consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode, and don't forget to smash that like. The next thing I would put in is my down puffy. So all of the lighter weight items are, going to be towards the top, but also you don't want anything too heavy packed in the front section of the pack. It's just not as comfortable to being pulled back by your pack if you have really heavy items in the front. So also in this section, now I can go ahead and put my hand in here and I can actually feel the spaces in between the gear. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that with some things that I still have left over to pack. Fills that space. They're light items. They're things that I'm not going to be needing on trail. I will put my little ditty bag I have with my headlamps and some other few things that I bring with me in my tent. I'll stuff that way down in there, and I'll bring my pillow with me and my flex tail pump. And the next thing to go on there would be my tent. Now for most people, they would probably put their tent towards the bottom of the pack. My tent is the Z-Pex Ultiplex, which is really like 12 ounces. I tend to keep it more towards the top because it's so light. And really, my camp towel, I'll just stuff in there. So I'm going to go ahead and buckle this up. Now, it's kind of important to know now is if you have a hydration bladder, that's going to be the thing that you want to pack in your pack first. If you wait until all the gear is in, it's going to be near impossible. So now we have everything inside the pack, and you can see it's really compact and it's neat and it's also balanced. Doesn't feel top heavy. So next we're going to fill this shovel pack. Typically, I always keep my rain gear. The mountains always have a way of making their own weather. I always keep my rain jacket right here in the front part of my pack, and then I will pack things that I may need to get to during the day. My first aid kit. And you'll notice that these, I use these Hilltop Packs zippered pouches, and I've switched to these, and they're really waterproof. In the past, I've used a variety of stuff sacks. Then I switched to Dyneema ditty bags, which are great and light, not as durable. It is a good idea to separate some of your littler items into categories just for ease of use, packing, and just being organized. I tend to pack my pack the same way most of the time, meaning that I always carry my first aid kit in this front pouch. I always carry my bathroom kit on the side. And that's just a groove that you get into when you have your gear dialed in. But I like to color code these because this way I know what I'm grabbing. So I know my orange one is always my first aid kit. I know that my yellow pack is my bathroom kit, and the poop symbol on there makes that pretty clear too. So I always know what I'm grabbing for, and it just keeps my gear super organized, which is a time saver. And not that I'm in a rush on the trail, but when I'm packing up in the morning or when I'm setting up camp in the afternoon, I think it just makes me more efficient, and it's just more enjoyable experience for me. So that's my first aid kit, and then my electronics. Now my tent stakes I always keep in the same spot right over here. This is another Hilltop Pack stuff sack for your stakes. So I put that here and there. And always on the front of your pack, you want to have your rain cover for your pack. My lantern in the front. Then on this side of the pack, I have these two side pockets here. And I'll keep my bathroom bag in here. And I also keep my hydration system in there, which is my Platypus Quick Draw, a little scooper, and my extra water bag. I just kind of roll that all up and put it right in there so that when I'm on the trail, I can just go ahead and access my water filtration when I stop. So I use this tube system And that goes in this pocket. All that's left is the Chair Zero, my cook kit, and my MSR pocket rocket. So I will take that and I will put it in the side pouch of this bag. And then I'll put the chair in. And I'll put my stove in there. And then usually in there I have an extra water bottle. And we're all packed up and ready to go. And if you'd like to hear about the 5 must-have backpacking gear items, check out my video over here. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you're enjoying the content, consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. And smash that like button. It helps the channel grow. We'll see you on the next one.